While Kamala Harris is fighting for ANHPI communities, lowering costs, expanding opportunity, Donald Trump is fighting for billionaires and big corporations at our expenses. Vice President Kamala Harris has helped achieve the highest Asian American employment rate since 2006. A decline in ANHPI unemployment to pre-pandemic levels. And we've seen a boom in Asian American-owned small businesses, especially here in Southern Nevada. But under Trump, the Asian American unemployment rate nearly doubled, and Trump's rhetoric towards our community during COVID led to widespread Asian hate and discrimination against ANHPI small businesses. As lifelong public servants, Governor Gwen Walz and Mrs. Walz have always stood up for the ANHPI community, and they know that the country cannot afford 4 more years of Donald Trump's. Introduce my sister, also a board member of the chamber, the owner of Xiao Dumplings, Kwong.
Here at Xiao Dumplings. I'm very excited to be welcoming Mrs. Gwen Walz and all of you to do our fall celebration, where we're coming together to enjoy some mooncakes and to celebrate this season. Thank you. Thank you. In 2021, it felt like a huge risk. We're still in the middle of a COVID pandemic, and opening a new restaurant seemed like a very risky bet. But the Biden-Harris administration delivered for small business owners like myself and make the economy strong. And because of that, my people, my business, and myself were able to survive and thrive throughout this crisis. I am proud to say that I am proof of the commitment that Vice President Kamala Harris has dedicated to small business owners like myself and our American dream. And today, Vice President Harris and Governor Walz are fighting for a new way forward to ensure every person has an opportunity not just to get by, but to get forward. I know firsthand that opening a business takes more than just hard work. It takes a whole lot of money as well. And Vice President Harris has a plan to increase tax incentives for new small business owners, and for that, I'm very thankful. Yes. One of us, her story as a daughter of an immigrant, as someone who grew up in the middle-class family, has told us all that there's nothing we cannot conquer. She lifts us all up, and she will continue to fight for all of us. And I'm very proud today to host Mrs. Gwen Walz here in my own restaurant. Worked hard to make Minnesota one of the best places in the country to do business and one of the best places for workers. And I know he will fight alongside with our Vice President Harris to make a positive change for our country. Now, it is my honor to introduce
governor and I, dumplings are some of our favorite things. We are a blueprint of the small business success. So thank you so much. And thank you to all of you for coming out today for this fall celebration. A time of unity, hope, and sweet treats. I can't wait to try pumpkin cakes, and so that's why I have to make sure that I get to do that. For so much of my life, though, I've been a teacher. And you know about the importance of diversity in our classrooms. Every single child learns better, and the fabric of our community grows stronger. That's why I'm so proud to support a ticket with a vision for the future that everyone can be a part of, especially our AANHPI neighbors, family, and friends. Our nation has been blessed by your many contributions. Yes. You have enriched our nation with beautiful and diverse cultures and strong values. Values like hard work, inclusivity, community service, faith in family, and love of country. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Tim grew up in a town of about 400 people, a little smaller than Las Vegas, in rural Nebraska. Both of them, Tim and Kamala, learned the value of a hard day's work and our shared responsibility to work toward the common good. And it's how I was raised too. My sisters and I had 3 sisters, and we were raised by 2 school teachers in a small town in southwestern Minnesota. Now, it was twice the size of Tim's community. Or almost, anyway. A little less than 800. Our parents taught us the value of a hard day's work, how to balance a budget, and most of all, how to lend helping hands to our neighbors if they were in need, and to accept that help when we were. These are all things that someone like Donald Trump, who grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, just could never understand. So ultimately, the question comes down to this in this election. Who's fighting for you? Tim and Kamala have spent their entire careers fighting for middle-class families like the ones they grow up in. So when we send them to the White House, they'll be a president and a vice president for all Americans. And speak out against anti-Asian hate and violence. Yes. That is how we build a future where everyone is included and where everyone who works hard has a chance to succeed. Yes. Now, I'm an English teacher. I have been for most of my life, and I think words matter. So you might be able to tell that I am stressing the word everyone. When we say everyone, we don't mean some people. We don't even mean only those who vote for us. We mean all of us. But Trump and Vance, well, they see things differently. We haven't forgotten how Trump stoked the flames of hatred and violence last time he was in office. And now he's running on that same old, tired playbook, trying to divide us based on who we are, where we live, or what language we speak. At the same time, his extreme Project 2025 agenda will devastate a generation of children. Project 2025 slashes public school funding for our children. It raises costs by $4,000 a year for their parents, and it guts Social Security and Medicare for our grandparents. That's all in the playbook. Trump and Vance are even pushing for more guns in our schools. They tell us that school shootings are just a fact of life. That's a direct quote. Well, I spent decades in classrooms and schools, and I refuse to accept school shootings as a fact of life. And I am here to use my stern teacher voice. So here's the message I'm delivering. Mr. Trump, Mr. Vance, please mind your own business. Fine, Mr. Trump, Mr. Vance, please mind your own business. Are you ready? Here we go. Yes, we do, but it's going to be together. You. So I've decided I'm going to just go, turn the page. Las Vegas, let's turn the page. Can we all do it? Turn the page. We are turning the page on Donald Trump. We are turning the page on J.D. Vance. Yes. So I'm going to be watching you. Nevada for this country. We had a new day forward. So you don't know my mom, but you know my mom. She is always engaged in activities. And she said to me growing up, Gwen, you have to do the work that's in front of you. And when I was younger, I thought that meant the dishes. Or my homework. And it did, but it meant so much more than that. It's advice that required me to think, but it also required me to act. And it encouraged me to look with my own eyes and see the work that was in my own hard work, my own cares and concerns to that work, and do whatever that work that was in front of me was. So I am asking you, with only 49 days left until the election, and the amount of work that we have, I'm asking you to take my mom's advice too, to do the work that's in front of us. We know this race is close here in Nevada, and we know what rests on your shoulders. It's a lot. We are asking a lot of you. Your country is calling, because it's going to come down to states like Nevada. And it's up to us to earn every single vote we can. So I'm asking you to keep volunteering. I'm asking you to bring your friends and your neighbors to volunteer. I'm asking you to have hard conversations with undecided neighbors, or maybe people who have signs in their yard that you might not love. We can't give up on anyone. We cannot afford to. We cannot afford to, no matter how difficult it is. And it is National Voter Registration Day. So let's make sure that all the people in our lives, all the people we know, and all the people we talk to are registered to vote. We all have that power to choose a new way forward, but it is only if we work together. It is only if we value our community that we know we can do this together. And we are going to have to fight for it. Our niceness or weakness.